Well, speaking of reaching, I really have absolutely no transition to get to this next review topic. So this is my solo thing, and this will be a quick one. I feel like I've been in a rut the last couple of weeks. In this case, it's because I have a supply of manga that people have given me for Christmas and birthdays, and I'm like more than a year behind on some of them. So I've been making a point of reading through my backlog.
Mm,
This is one that is it's kind of interesting. So it's called Ice Guy and Cool Girl,
mm,
and the actual I read the manga of it. There is an anime available on Crunchyroll, but I was unaware of it. I guess it came out last year. I never heard anybody make reference to it, so I don't know if that's a just was lost in the shuffle or if it's just not a good adaptation.
yeah.
But this one is so there's been so traditionally the way you get a manga published is, you submit chapters to Weekly Shonen Jump or Shonen Champion or whatever, and if they like the cut of your jib, they ask you to do like a sample story, and you put that out there and you see if people like it, and if they like it, they greenlight you as an ongoing manga, and then you're producing chapters every week or month or whatever the schedule is until they politely say that your popularity has slipped and it's time to end.
Mm,
This was different because when I looked up or I looked at the back of it, apparently this one started off as a series of comics on, I believe, Pixiv or Twitter. I forget which.
okay.
And the format of it actually kind of fits that because it isn't the traditional Japanese comic strip four coma style, but these also like are way too short of. I guess I'll give them. I guess I'll call them stories. Like way too short of episodes to be typical for a traditional thing. So this feels like something where you just have somebody who's actually a pretty good manga artist, just launching these like I want to say they're like 6-page stories on average, and
Okay.
just posting them online. And then they got collected into a edition like this.
Oh. Hmm,
Um, so the actual story is it's a bunch of vignettes, and what I'll say is I don't think this warrants binge reading because it got kind of boring very fast. But if I just read a chapter or two a day, it was more enjoyable.
okay.
Um, Basically, you have the guy on the right with the white hair. He is the descendant of what they call it a snow spirit, but makes me think it's a Japanese Yuki Onna,
Okay.
aka like a snow woman.
Okay.
And every time he gets stressed out, he produces ice.
Uh,
Right? There'll be like a localized snowstorm. And he's working in this office with the woman on the left who she's the cool girl in that she doesn't show a lot of emotion and she's just very stoic about things.
is she like the cute aloof girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Um, and basically it's like pick a topic. She shows up, they discuss the topic. He gets flustered because he's just completely head over heels for her.
Yeah.
Ice happens, coworker comments, rinse and repeat.
Okay.
What I will say is that by the end of the first volume, there has been some progression in the love story. Like, nobody's like confessed to each other yet, but it's obvious that they're going that direction.
Yeah.
There also isn't like a ongoing conflict or larger story outside the romance. This is just like a pure romance story.
Okay. Uh,
It's not like, at least as of the first volume, which is all I've read, it's not like his mother has shown up and he has to marry a Kappa from the next prefecture over. And oh no, what will cool girl do? No, no, it's nothing
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's nothing like that. Um, it's just that it's just kind of generically cute. Again, I can't speak to the quality of the anime. I don't know if I would say this is necessarily worth a full purchase. Maybe if like you're at half price books and someone has given up their copies,
Mm,
that would seem about right. I got a totally reasonable amount of entertainment from it.
okay.
But I'm not. But I maybe if I didn't have a huge backlog of manga and I had things I pre-ordered early in the year, so it's only getting worse when every time I don't attend to it.
Yeah.
I don't know that I necessarily am going to feel like ordering a whole lot more. If I compare it to last week's entry, the evil lieutenant and the magical girl used to be arch enemies. This would rank lower.
Yeah. Okay.
So make of that what you will.
Yeah. 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 I'm looking at the guy. He kind of reminds me of Jack Frost.
Uh, I think he looks like kind of like Todoroki from My Hero Academia too,
Oh yeah, he
just,
does.
just
Yeah.
without like the red half.
Yeah.
Um, that does remind me of a funny story. And so one time I was at a convention and there was somebody or either there's one person or there are multiple people who show up at the convention in my area and have just an impeccable Jack Frost from that Guardians movie. Uh, and I was walking behind him and trying to get his attention to say that I really liked his costume.
Yeah.
And his friend finally got his attention so I could say it. And I was telling somebody else about that, and he said, if he'd been on his ball, he would have said, "Wait, you can see me?"
Yeah.
But yeah, like again, just mild amusement, romantic fluff. Like if you're a fan of romance, just for its own sake, then this brings it.
Huh. Okay.
And but I will say it is one of the more entertaining. I end up getting gifted some or excuse me, shoujo manga like this because it isn't always obvious from the art style on the front what the target audience is.
Yeah.
If you're buying gifts for others, um, this is one of the more entertaining ones that has that aim that I've seen for a bit.
Hmm. Okay.
Yep, mild recommend.
Oh, cool.